Welcome back. Thanks for joining me again here on DTW Does This Work Reviews. What I'm going to do today is mount a surfboard mount on my snowboard for my upcoming trip. I will hope to use this surfboard mount just like I did years ago. I bought one of these for a snowboard that I had before. I had mounted a regular GoPro mount at the tail of it, back on the back, and the regular GoPro mount eventually gave way. It's just not enough surface to cover, just not enough surface on the mount to hold it when it's stuck to the board and is real cold. That cold makes the glue kind of get brittle, and the surface of the board is really cold, the brittle glue, and then it popped off. So I bought a surfboard mount. I believe I paid $19.99 for the surfboard mount, and I am actually going to go ahead and put it here. I brought out, I don't have a hair dryer. I don't have any hair, so hence no need for a hair dryer, right? But what I did was I brought out like a little heating blanket and I set it on top here. I put it on medium, actually it's on low. I put it on low and it's pretty warm. It's got the board heated up really nicely. I'm a little worried. I don't want it to get too hot. But anyway, it's been sitting on there for a little while. The board's heated up pretty nicely here. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and move this out of the way. So I've got my board nice, clean, with a little Clorox wipe. There's a little bit of glue stuck here. Let me go ahead and scrape that off. I don't want anything to get in the way of this mount sticking. It's not that the mount is super expensive or anything like that. It's just an inconvenience if it doesn't work. Now I'm there, and I don't have. If it doesn't work, well, yeah, I could lose the GoPro if I didn't happen to see it when it comes off. But also, secondly, just an inconvenience. This camera angle is awesome. I don't know if anyone's ever seen an angle from the actual snowboard looking up at the snowboard rider or the snowboarder. If you haven't seen that, where a camera's mounted here looking up at you with the sky going by behind you, and the if you get it angled just right, you can kind of see the sky and the people you're passing. I think you can see a little bit of the ground. Depends on the angle of the mountain or hill that you're coming down. You can catch a glimpse of the ground from time to time. It's just a really cool shot, and I like to mix it up in between runs. Go ahead and switch the camera down to the snowboard base and just get a shot looking up. The mount comes with a specific mount to mount to the GoPro. Alright, oh wow, it comes with 2 surfboard mounts. I did not know that. I am thoroughly ecstatic about this. The last one I bought didn't come with 2, so now I got to figure out whether I want to put one in the back or not. I don't have the back heated up, but now I got options. Alright, so 2 surfboard mounts. One of them's going to go somewhere here. And here you have your leash. Alright, and comes with this type of leash. I don't imagine you have to use this piece of string. It's real thin. I probably would. I didn't last time, because I believe last time the leash that came with this surfboard mount, if I remember correctly, I thought it actually screwed in to the surfboard, because it's meant for a surfboard, and I was like, I'm not screwing into my my snowboard. It's just not happening. So I didn't use this last time. Correct me if I'm wrong. If anybody remembers the old surfboard mount, I'm sure I'm not the only person that's bought one of these. If you're watching this and you remember what the old surfboard mount was, did it have a screw for the actual leash to attach to? I'm going to use this leash because if for some reason the GoPro the mount fails or the actual surface fails, this will be a little secondary backup to help me out, and you know, help give me time to see like my GoPro dragging. All right, so let's go ahead and get to work. What I'm going to do is, since I got it nice and warm here before it cools down, so let me just check. I was thinking here, but that's really close to my foot. So now I'm thinking of pushing it up. What I want to do is make sure whatever surface I mount it on, whatever surface is mounted on is nice and flat. I don't want to get it on like one of the angles where I can't get a full flat mount there. So here is perfectly flat. Here starts to get a little bit of gap underneath the middle. Here is definitely gapped. Here is nice and flat too. I think I'm going to go with this because what I remember is the further away from you, and it just makes sense, the further away from you it is, the better the shot you're going to get. So it's nice and flat here. I don't want to put it on the tip, but I think here would be great. Yeah, there's no gap in this whole region right here. Here is perfect because it's away from the tip. It's kind of protected near my foot, but it's just too close, and I don't think I'm going to get a great shot. So let's go with here. So what I need to do, I'll mount the leash just right there. What I need to do is, actually I didn't get the tip of this really warm, so I need to bring my blanket back in and warm this tip up here. Warm the tip. Oh man, that sounds so wrong. Sorry for that. If you just caught that part where it says warm the tip. Why am I still saying it? I gotta stop. Alright. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna put it on medium just to heat it up fast. I want to make sure the surface is nice and warm so the glue has a chance to adhere. I got my location nice and warm, nice and flat at this part right here. Flat with no pressure. Yeah, and then let's go ahead and get the sticky little, what does it say, 3M sticky backing off there. Nah, I'm not going center. Screw it. I'm getting crazy with it. I'm going a little bit off to the side here. And locking it down. I'm going to go ahead and hold this for 30 seconds while I count. Alright, so I held it for a good 30 seconds, pressing it down with a pretty firm amount of pressure, enough to put little wrinkles in my thumbs. Let's go ahead and get the leash down, which is a little bit off-white compared to the other white, but I don't care. Let's go ahead and hold this down 30, 20. Alright, so I held that down on a nice warm surface for 30 seconds. Now I'm just going to let this sit. I'm not going snowboarding for another 2 days, so it's got plenty of time to just let that glue really take effect and get nice and comfortable being at home here on my snowboard. So that's that with the snowboard. I have the surfboard mount on the front and on the rear. Yeah, so just wanted to show you that. Come back, subscribe to my channel for the future video with the feed that shows you the video that I take with these mounts that I just put on here. And thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day wherever you are. Go ahead and like, comment on anything that you might see or want to share that would help make this video a little better or make the channel better. And also just give me suggestions on anything that you might want to see me review in the future. Alright, have a good day.